Good evening. Hello, everyone. My name is Olivia Crigger, and I'm a junior at Rural Retreat High School. I'm a member of FFA, 4-H, and Girl Scouts, and I'm proud to share the story behind my Farm Bureau Farm Safety Project, a project that began with my Girl Scout Gold Award, the highest honor a Girl Scout can earn. The Gold Award project challenges Girl Scouts to identify a real issue in their community and create a lasting, sustainable solution. When I began thinking about what I wanted my project to be, I knew it had to be something meaningful, something that would truly make a difference here at home. This project was inspired by a local tragedy when a farmer in our community lost his life in a roadway accident involving farm equipment. His passing deeply impacted everyone around him and opened my eyes to how quickly these incidents can happen. That loss became the driving force behind my dedication on spreading awareness and preventing future accidents. No family should have to experience that kind of heartbreak simply because drivers were unprepared to share the road. That's when I chose to focus on farm roadway safety. My project started with one simple goal: to make our rural roads safer for both farmers and drivers. Growing up around agriculture, I've seen firsthand how dangerous it can be when cars approach tractors or other equipment too fast, or when drivers don't understand the hand signals farmers use. Tractors and combines travel between 15 and 25 miles per hour on roads where the speed limit may be 55. When a vehicle comes over a hill or around a curve at full speed and suddenly meets a slow-moving equipment, it takes only seconds for a serious accident to happen. I realized that even one close call was one too many, and that something needed to change. Through my Gold Award project, I began raising awareness in my community about roadway safety around farm equipment. I created educational material explaining what slow-moving vehicle emblems mean and how drivers should respond when they see flashing lights or hand signals. I spoke with local drivers about slowing down, staying alert, and being patient. I also collaborated with farmers to hear their experiences, many of whom share stories of near misses on hills, blind curves, and heavily traveled routes. I shared all of this at our local Community Heritage Day, where I set up an informational booth to engage directly with families and drivers. I even had a live tractor on display so people could see up close how large farm equipment is and better understand the visibility challenges farmers face on the road. It gave people a real-life perspective and opened up meaningful conversations about what it truly means to share the road safely. As I continued working, I realized awareness alone wasn't enough. We also needed clear reminders on the road itself. That's why one of my major goals is to install more tractor and farm equipment warning signs in high-risk areas throughout our county. Some of the main roads I have chosen to identify, but not limited to, include areas along Peppers Ferry Road, both Whitfield and the Max Meadows side, Black Lick Road, and Old Stage Road. Through Farm Bureau, I have expanded this project as part of the Safer Contest and now connected with 4-H's Youth Take Action project, where I'm encouraging other leaders to join the effort. The project was also recognized in the National FFA newsletter, which helped bring even more attention of the importance of rural roadway safety. Together, we are working towards real solutions and spreading awareness beyond our local community. These signs are not meant to clutter our roads. They would be placed strategically in high areas with limited visibility, frequent equipment travel, and higher traffic flow. A simple warning gives drivers time to slow down, prepare, and shift their mindset from highway driving to rural awareness. Agriculture is the background of our community. It supports families, businesses, and our local community. When we talk about supporting agriculture, that support should include protecting the people who feed and fuel our region. Farmers already use slow-moving vehicle emblems, reflectors, and lights, but they cannot control distracted driving or speeding. What we can control is how clearly we communicate the need to share the road safely. My goal is to make sure that every driver who travels our rural roads understands what it means to share the road safely with farmers. Because farm safety isn't just a farmer's responsibility, it's a community's responsibility. This project started as a requirement from our Girl Scout Gold Award project, but it has grown into something much bigger. It has become a mission to create long-term change and prevent future tragedies. If installing additional tractor warning signs can prevent even one serious accident, this effort is worth it. Thank you for supporting my project and for considering steps that will make our rural roads safer for everyone. Together, we can make a difference. One sign, one conversation, one safe road at a time. I appreciate your time and would be happy to answer any questions.
Does anybody have any questions for Ms. Crigger?
I have had the privilege of working with Ms. Crigger at May Day, and I remember her talking about this project back last May, and I am very pleased to see that she's brought it all the way and brought it to the board.
Thank you. And I also have lists of roads and everything that people have gave me, and I've talked to people about where to put these signs, what roads to target on. I also have signatures. I have a lot of people that signed this and were a go for getting these signs out on our roads.
And I'd just like to thank you as well, Ms. Crigger, for your dedication and focus on making sure that this doesn't stop and you keeping the drive going and a focus on the farmer. As you mentioned, ag is a big industry in this county, and there's a lot of roads and a lot of blind spots, especially when it comes to farm equipment coming out, not moving as quickly as a car may be. And I'm as guilty as driving fast as anybody. But when you come into these farm areas, you try to slow down, be cognizant of what you're coming into. So we do have Mr. Schwartz from VDOT here with us tonight. Mr. Schwartz, what do you need from us to help leverage Ms. Crigger's request to getting these signs taken care of?
So I think Ms. Crigger has made the first steps. She actually, I had sent her some forms to fill out, to kind of identify those locations where you felt like farm equipment was at high risk. She sent those to me today. I forwarded those on to our traffic engineering division. Of course, they'll do a review of each of those and give us a recommendation. I can kind of provide some of the information that they look for in those if you'd like, but I think once we get those back, and then I can reach back out, obviously, to Ms. Crigger and to the board, Stephen, let you know what the results of those are, and then I guess we can kind of go from there, see what our options are.
Okay. All right, I appreciate it. Yeah, if you get that back to us, and definitely get it back to Ms. Crigger. And Ms. Crigger, don't stop the drive. Keep it going.
Yes, thank you.
And I think I can speak for the 7 members here. If I can't, they'll correct me pretty quick. We're pretty open with each other, but you'll have our support. If we can save a citizen's life, we're definitely going to support that.
Yes, and I really appreciate that. It means a lot. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.